Hi, Dad. Do you talk to your daughter about drugs and alcohol? Might be kind of a tough topic. Obviously, it is. It seems like there's more and more talk about drugs and marijuana being legalized in states and medical marijuana and all kinds of things. But a lot of this ends up being diffusing it and understanding it, and also understanding what your thoughts are. And I'd suggest that you figure out what that is beforehand. A lot of parents are like, oh man, I do not want my teenage daughter to be asking me about alcohol and drugs. I had things. Sure, I was in college. I understand this, but if I tell her, it'll be giving her permission. Well, the reality is, it's going to be confronted. It's going to be brought up. And she wants to be prepared. You need her to be prepared when the time comes. And you also want to be able to talk to her when the time comes, and that she doesn't have to bring up the situation. And that's the first thing that I'm suggesting that you do. Make sure that you bring up the topic of drugs and alcohol at a emotionally charged time. There's TV shows and movies, and maybe she comes home and talks about her friends or who knows what. I mean, there's just all kinds of opportunity to say, daughter, by the way, what is going on in your school? Not her, not what's going on with her. What's going on in your school or your friends or drugs and alcohol, whatever. Just allow the topic to come up. So that's number one. Bring it up sooner rather than letting her bring it up, especially at a time when it's confrontational and there's something going on. So bring it into conversation and look for opportunities to bring it up. Not all the time, but you know what I'm saying. Make sure that you're the one initiating this conversation. And the other thing is, Dad, I'm suggesting that you and Mom too understand what you're going to say to her concerning your personal drug use and alcohol use. And it could be as simple as, she understands that you have a beer when you're watching the football game, or that there's wine or there's drinking in your home, or not. I don't know. That's your call. That's your choice. And I don't know, maybe you're using drugs now. Maybe you did in college. Maybe you didn't. But you have insights into this area because as an adult, as you know, you've had to work through this yourself. Well, you can help her work through this by bringing your experiences. So I wouldn't lie about it. And if you want her to be honest with you, I'm thinking, that you've got to be honest with her. She wants you to treat her as an adult, and you would expect her to treat you as an adult. So it's age appropriate. You understand. You're the dad here. But I have two suggestions, as I say. One is that you bring it up instead of letting her bring it up. In other words, make it a comfortable topic if need be, not emotionally charged. And the other thing is that you think about what you're going to say. Because whether you know it or not, she wants to know, Dad, how did you handle drugs and alcohol? Maybe when you're younger, maybe when you were in college, maybe now. But you have to be able to give her answers and good information rather than just kind of freezing up or not wanting to talk about it or, that's my business. Well, if you want her business to be part of your business, especially in this area, she's got to know a little bit about your business. So, anyway, got a little preachy, didn't mean to, but this is a big, important topic. Thanks for stopping by.